Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have this morning two blended American whiskeys from 1830. Not this particular bottle, but we have Bellows, William Bellows American blended whiskey, bottled in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. Doesn't say distilled there, though does it? If it was distilled in Missouri, it would say it. Versus Albertson's American blended whiskey. This is produced obviously for Albertson stores. K13, 338th day, so 2013. Okay, 338th day, 12:33 p.m. Okay, I got the Albertsons at Albertsons in Baton Rouge, and it was $4.99 for the bottle. That is the truth. I think it's Bart Robinson told me that this has been on the market for decades, since maybe the early 70s, because he used to work in that distribution industry, and he said they used to carry it. Probably had a different label back then, but Bellows was Beam. Beam sold it to Luxco. Now the Albertsons, yikes, Albertson says matured in American oak. That's basically all of them. Bottled by County Line Distillers, Louisville, Kentucky. That's the same thing as IWA Distillers, or the Founders Company, or whatever name they use in its Sazerac. Doesn't say anything here about distilled in Kentucky, though. So both of these could actually, hold on, I'll be right. Both of these could be from Indiana. There's a distillery in Indiana that produces a lot of base whiskey, bourbons, and whatever you need, gin even. Their big thing is gin. And they will sell it to various people who need it for whatever they're doing with it. Okay. This will be tough because the Albertsons, okay, and that company was founded in 1939. The Bellows and the Albertsons taste just kind of like standard. They're not bad. They're not really great. They're just kind of basic. But they don't have strange, off, or unusual flavors from my memory, like the Heaven Hill. Those blended whiskeys from them have all this melon, like honeydew melon undertaste. Now, why would something made from grain taste like honeydew melon, you say? My answer is I don't know, but it's probably got a lot to do with inferior ingredients or batches of premier whiskey that were off some kind of way, and they farm it off or notch it down to their blended category. I mean, I don't know what else. Why would they intentionally make it strange like that? This is a 750 milliliter bottle of Albertsons. Like I said, I made a pop when I opened it, like it was fermenting still. Built up pressure inside it. Let's see. Doesn't have that weird sediment that most Sazerac whiskeys have. Whoa. Too much. Go back. All right. Appearance. Not much difference. Alcohol eggs, normal. Maybe the Bellows. This is Bellows B. No, Sazerac. The Albertsons. This one might be a little lighter. Just trying to even out the amount. It might be a little lighter, but the difference is so minimal it's not even worth discussing. So these are both no age statement, meaning they're aged at least 4 years. The straight bourbon whiskeys in here, if I assume it's bourbon, are aged at least 4 years. Doesn't say though. It just says it doesn't even give the ratio for the Albertson. Oh yeah, it does. Here we go. 80% grain spirits. So 80% of what's in this, each volume of liquid, whatever amount, 80% of that is just grain spirit. You say, what grain? Could be any grain, but you know it's corn. You just know it's corn, distilled, brought to 80 proof, and mixed with aged whiskey. Grain neutral spirits are not aged. You say, well, that's like moonshine. It's just corn whiskey, unaged, clear. Clear, essentially odorless and colorless. Right, correct. And you can do a lot of stuff with it. It's a base, and you can do all kind of things with it. Okay, like make bourbon if you wanted to, or make vodka. All right, Bellows American Blended Whiskey. Same thing, 80% grain neutral spirits, 20% straight whiskey. No age statement. Therefore, it's 4 years. The green whiskey in there are 4 years. What whiskey is it? Is it really good stuff? I don't know. You think it's really good stuff? And the Albertsons was $4.99 a bottle? $4.99 a bottle. That is the truth. And I saw Old Fitzgerald 100 proof 13 age come into a store yesterday, and it was 125, something like that, 128 for one bottle, $7.50. He said, I bet you the Old Fitzgerald's better. You think? I bet you it is too. But I don't know. You think it's $120 better? This is in the flavor facility of the taster, right? I don't know. $125 a bottle. That's getting to where I might just want to imagine how good it is. David, my friend, fellow reviewer from time to time, he said, oh, no, I'm not paying that much. So he went and bought a Japanese whiskey yesterday. He said, I'm excited about this. We tried the Hibiki and we loved it. He said, I'm excited about this one. He's all geared up. Yeah, the Hibiki was great. Now, the Bellows was $8.99 for the liter. All right. At international market, let's see, $8.99 divided by 1,000 times 750. So converted to the standard bottle would be $6.74. That's pretty cheap. You say, well, you're just reviewing two cheapos. Yeah, you got me. But let's see if I can tell them apart, and let's see which one's better in the next 8 minutes. I'm going to stop at the top of the hour to turn on the news. I don't think this needs to go on that long. Clear skies. It's going to be hot. Try to edge the Arte, cut it tomorrow. It'll take about 40 minutes total to cut and clean up. It goes fast. You know, because it's level and it's been dry, so it'll cut through that dry grass. Now, when it starts raining a lot, the grass gets thick like shag carpet. It's a little rough. And it'll just wear out a blade quick. This smells woody, aged in American oak, right? I detect some sour mash whiskey in there. Cornbread, sour mash, sourdough bagel. It was like they used ancient age 4 year, like say the ancient age, which is 6 year aged, somewhere like they took ancient age and put it in there for, let it set for 4 years. Because they probably make other stuff out of ancient age. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if it ages 4 years, then all of a sudden it's old charter. And it's called Old Charter 8, but it doesn't say it's age 8 years. It's just the name of it, Old Charter 8. Used to be 8 years. So somebody was suing Sazerac saying, you're deceptive. You put that number 8 there to trick people. And they were saying, no, it doesn't say age 8 years. You got to read the label. But like my friend David thinks so too, like that they use one, like he thinks Buffalo Trace uses a base whiskey and then they just build off of that for almost everything. I don't really know. I know they have a wheel, like or a chart. Yeah, they have a wheel. Like you can get on Buffalo Trace Distillery and it's got a section called Build Your Own Bourbon, and you can put in the things you want. Like, oh, I want this much corn, or you want this much flavor of charcoal, and then it'll like configure, calculate which of their brands you should buy. And then they have this experimental collection. One of the Buffalo Trace, it's a special brand that's built off of that. Like they said, this one was the one that the fans constructed the most. In other words, they kept a stats of which bourbon the fans wanted to build the most, and they made it a special Buffalo Trace, like dial H for hero in a comic book. So it'll be like dial B for bourbon and get your own. On the consensus, Zach Robinson says, good morning, Ron. Love ancient age in my Irish coffee. Oh, man. I could have bought some Greek coffee yesterday at the Greek festival in New Orleans. And then I got a $40 parking ticket for parking too close to the stop sign. I knew something's telling me something's wrong here. I should have gone back under by those oak trees. That's why I don't go to New Orleans, because it's a scam. It's like all these cities, they're all scams. They prey on the people who support them. You say, but they provide all these services, right? High fees, low service, low quality service. That's your government in action. This one smells a lot blander. I'm not picking up the sourdough. I'm just picking up like standard flavor things. So I think it's the Bellows. They both smell fine, really, though. They smell way better than their price point. Like if you smelled these and didn't know what they were, you wouldn't think they were so inexpensive. I don't think you would. Now the Heaven Hill ones, you might. This one has spicy rye too, so it got to be Sazerac. We ain't doing Heaven Hill. We doing Sazerac versus Bellows. So let's go, Luxco. Just basic. It's like the flavor generally associated with whiskey. It's just like generic whiskey with some vanilla, with some oak. You can pick up the alcohol, grain alcohol. It's just basic. It's not bad. It's nothing bad. It's like you don't taste this and say, oh, honeydew melon. And I was watching a review of somebody talking about Jack Daniels, said airplane glue. I said, I bet you he didn't get that up. He didn't figure that on his own. He was reading reviews and he saw where somebody said airplane glue, so he had to say it. I just felt that way. And I said, I never smelled a whiskey smell like airplane glue. I wouldn't drink it. I would think it was poison. So I said, come on, man. You know, it's bad enough for a whiskey to smell like melon, but it's not like you think of a melon that's going to hurt you, you know. This one is even blander, has less character. It's like really no oak, no vanilla, no nothing, just maybe some dried flowers. So I think that I remember Bellows' calling card was its blandness. B is for Bellows and B is for bland, I think. I didn't say B was for bad. Now, if you want bad, go to Bellows Club Whiskey. It seemed like every time I drink it, it gets worse. Luckily, I only have 70% of the bottle left. Oh, man. Hey, look, I'm not sure which one this is in my left hand, but I like it better. I think it's better constructed. It's more quality. It's got more rye spice. It's got more wood. It's got more sour mash whiskey. It's got more everything. It's a good deal better. And I think it's the Albertsons, meaning the Sazerac. So I'm going to call it now. Oh, golly gee. It says B Bellows. Well, I said it was going to be tough. Now, your criticism might be, you can't tell one really cheap whiskey from another one. What's wrong with you? I would say nothing's wrong with me. What's wrong with the products? They're so minuscule in flavor that you have to just squeeze. It's like there's almost no juice left in the fruit. You just squeeze it. Oh, a little bit came out. Okay, that's the character you're getting. Would I buy either one of these? You mean to drink on purpose? No. I never bought any blended whiskey to drink on purpose. I just bought them because I was curious what they would taste like. And they generally taste all alike, except for some little things like some are off. You know, the general style tastes the same, but you'll have some that are very off. Like I say, with the Heaven Hill ones, I've been noticing the sour mash. Now, the next thing we're going to do tomorrow is another Sazerac brand. And then we're going to close it out later with the Seagram 7 Crown, which I don't think any of these blended whiskeys have a prayer against Seagram 7 Crown. That's one that you could really buy on purpose to actually enjoy, not just as an excuse to do a taste challenge. All right, so I was wrong. The Bellows wins. I thought it was the Sazerac Albertson, so oh well, c'est la vie. So laissez-les bon temps relais. Thanks for watching this video production taste challenge, and I'll see you tomorrow with another one. That's the plan, at least. Thank you.